Guys, this is Transportation Engineering and naaral po natin to para po alam natin paano i-measure ang traffic flow, traffic density, and speed. Kailangan po natin mga to kasi ginagamit po mga to sa pag-design ng mga kalsada or pang-manage sa mga transportation systems. Okay? So, traffic flow muna. Ang traffic flow ay may simbolo na Q. And if you remember guys, hydraulics, the discharge symbol for the water discharge or water flow rate is big letter Q. So it's kind of similar to this traffic flow symbol, small q, okay? For hydraulics, it's water and it's big Q. For transportation, it's small letter Q, but it is pertaining to vehicle flow. Okay? Or traffic flow. So, meron po tayong formula dyan. Ang formula niyan, N over T. Ang N, number of vehicles passing some designated roadway point. So, kung dumaan daw ang sasakyan daw sa isang point na yan, kabilang na yan. Maibibilang na yan sa kanila. Ibilang mo na yan sa N. Okay? And ang duration naman ay yun yung T. Pero yung duration, pwede din naman daw nating isummation siya sa lahat ng time headways ng mga sasakyan. Kung hindi nyo nagigets ang ibig sabihin ng time headway, ituturo ko po yan through simulation. Okay, isa-simulate natin through YouTube. Okay, start. Ang ibig sabihin po ng time headway, ayun po yung time ng pagitan ng dalawang sasakyan. Pero through bumper to bumper. And ang bumper po, doon po nakalagay yung plate number nila. Kung lumagpas po ang bumper sa specified point ng roadway, doon ka na mag-start ng stopwatch. Then kung lumagpas na yung second na bumper, i-stop mo na yung stopwatch. And yun na po yung headway. Yung time headway, yung pagitan nilang dalawa. Gets? Okay, so example, kung nakunwari lang to, i-measure muna yung time headway or yung traffic flow dito. Guys, marami pong paraan kung paano mag-measure ng traffic flow. Pero para sa mga students, pwede naman po talaga gumamit ng stopwatch, okay? Practically, pwede po talaga. So, okay. I-ready po lang si timer. Yan, timer. Okay, reset. Tapos start. Diyan, huwag muna natin i-start yung timer dyan. Hayaan muna natin maglagpas yan. Boom! Yan, start na. Kita kasi naglalag. Hintayin muna natin yung dark na sasakyan na lumagpas. Tapos i-start natin. Yan, start na. Okay. Yan, hintayin natin yung bumper na yan. Boom! Second car. Hinta na. Huwag yung ito kasi sa laban yan. Boom! Ayan. Another one. Boom! Boom! Another one. Boom! Ayan. Tapos, and last. Last yan na brake. Okay, so tinamad na daw tayo kasi tamad daw tayong engineer, kunwari. So, inuwi na daw tayo sa office natin ng DPWH.
Okay po.
I-stop ko lang to Okay, so input na natin yung data na nakuha natin dito. So, yung data na nakuha ko dyan, ilista ko. So, for example, ilan ba yan? Hanggang 6, sakto. So, ito pong first column ng stopwatch natin. Ito po yung time headways. Yung second column, ito po yung cumulative time. So, sa first 5.15 seconds, nag-lap na ako. Tapos sa ika 12.5, nag-lap na ako. Ika 15.74, nag-lap na ako. O, tignan mo yung automatic nang dinideduct yung time. At yung pagitan na yan, yun yung time headway. Gets? Madali lang, di ba? Okay, so yung first is 5.15. 7.34, 3.24, 3.24, 3.33. And then 5.57, 10.27. 5.57, 10 point, ano ang yun? 10.27. Okay guys, ito na po yung mga time headways, okay? And sabi na doon, di ba kung titignan mo, actually yung total time na dumahan lahat yung sasakyan dyan ay 34.93 seconds. Yan po yung total time. Yan po dapat ang ilalagay natin na T sa formula ng traffic flow. Alam mo naman ang traffic flow, ang formula niya ay N over T. Yung T is yung duration. Dito, 34.93. Pero sabi sa PowerPoint, pwedeng siyang maging summation of time headways, sinabi ko kanina. Kaya isa-sum ko to, paparehas din yan. Yan, 34.9. Yan, 34.9, 34.9 din. Sabi ko nga, parehas, walang pinagkaiba. Kaya pwede mong ipag-sum lahat yung time headways, pwede mong ilista na lang yung last na time, yung total time sa stopwatch, yung cumulative time, okay? Next, kunin mo na yung average. Bakit? Para sa yung average. Mamaya. Okay, parang may gamit yung average. Nakalimutan ko lang kung saan. Okay, so yung goal muna natin is kunin natin yung traffic flow. Meron na tayong given T na 34.9, okay? Ilagay natin dito 34.9. Yan po yung traffic flow. Yan ang total time. Tapos yung N, yun po yung number of vehicles. Ilang vehicles na measure? 6 po yung measure natin na vehicles. 6 lang. Kaya yung traffic flow, N divided by T. Kaya yan po yung traffic flow natin in vehicles per second. Kasi po, seconds lang tayo nag-measure. Pero sa totoong buhay, typically daw, 1 hour ka daw naggaganyan para ma-measure ng accurate. Pero since tamad daw tayong engineer, kahit 6 seconds lang. Ano naman tong average? Kaya na lang natin yan. Ganyan na lang muna yan. Pero basta ganito na lang yung pagkuha, guys. Saan ko gagamitin yung average, nakalimutan ko na. Basta ganito po pagkuha ng traffic flow, okay? Ganun lang yun. So balik na tayo sa PowerPoint. Yan. Gets nyo guys ang traffic flow. It's just the number of vehicles over time. Or it can be the summation of time headway. Oo nga pala, okay. Ito po ang bakit ko kinukuha yung average niya. Kasi po pwede po may alternative formula for traffic flow. Okay? May alternative formula for traffic flow. Okay? Take note of that. So, average. I-average ko muna to Kasi guys, ang T ay summation of time headways, di ba? Pwede po siyang maging yung formula ng Q, pwede siyang maging 1 over average time, average H. Oops. Average time. Oh my gosh, what's going on? Ito na lang 1 over average time. Paano nangyari yan? Wait lang, try ko kung tama yung sagot So 1 over average time. Boom! What's the answer? You see that, guys? It's the same with that. Oh yeah. Paano nangyari yun? Wala pong pinagkaiba yung formula ng dalawa. Ang nangyari lang kasi is, kung sa mga hindi makaipag-imagine dyan, ang ginawa ko, ganito. Diba, ito yung summation, Tapos alam mo naman na yung QI, N tapos P. Di ba? Ito, kakat mo to. Palitan mo dito. Kasi T yan. Yan. Yan ang nangyari. And then, ito, alam niyo ba yung technique? Ito, baba mo to sa denominator. Sa denominator nito. Tapos pumunta yung N dun. Wala naman akong binago. Nilipat ko lang yung N. Ay, kung hindi niyo alam po ito, guys. This is just a first year college topic. I mean, you know, even high school can do that one. I mean, for this generation, high school cannot do that now. But for my generation, of course, we can do that. Many people do not know how this works, you know. This is just a fraction law. Anyway, yan. The summation of the headways over total number of sasakyan is the average headway. Gets HI average. Yan na lang. Basta gets nyo na. Nag-block na tuloy yung ink niya. Hindi ko na yan. Basta yun po yun ha. Walang nagbago doon. So next. Guys, bear with me. This is so boring, guys, but we don't know what to do in our lives, so we just, you know, do this. Traffic density. The traffic density symbol is K. It's just far from the stomach. I don't know why it's K. Why is it not TD or T or D? Why? Anyway, for transportation engineering, the traffic density symbol is K. Okay? And the formula is N over L. Obviously, N is the traffic, the number of vehicles, occupying some length of roadway. And L is the length of roadway. Okay? So, imagine, meron tayong, let's say, for example, 1 kilometer roadway. And then, bilangin mo lahat yung sasakyan dun. Na nandun mismo sa time na yan. Okay? Tapos, yung nabilang mo na sasakyan na yan, i-divide mo yan sa roadway length na 1 kilometer. Yun na po yung density niya. Di ba ang density ng tubig or liquid ay, ang units niya is kilogram per meter cube. Am I right? Yep. Parang minimeasure niya per volume. It's the mass over volume. Kada volume, kada size, kada katawan ng isang body. Pero dito sa traffic density, it is per length of roadway. Because wala namang katawan ang road. It is length, guys. We are interested in length. Length of roadway is the most important part. So, number of vehicles sa loob ng isang length. That is traffic density. And likewise, okay guys, moving on. This is a switch of topic. So, tulad ng kanina, diba yung denominator ng traffic flow na si T, pwede siyang maging summation of T. Likewise, dito sa traffic density, ang denominator na L, pwede din po siyang summation of spacing between two bumpers to bumpers. You know what I mean? I already showed you the bumper to bumper concept a while ago, and that's what I mean. Di ba? Mayroon time headway, yung gap po na yan is dito instead of time interval, distance na siya. So yung gap na yan ay in terms of distance. Okay, so ganun lang po yung kadali, guys. So yan, SI is spacing of the ith vehicle. Summation mo lang. How's that, guys? For example, bumper to bumper. Guys, mame-measure lang po. Take note, guys. Mame-measure lang po. Okay, hear me out, guys. Mame-measure lang po natin ang bumper to bumper length pag na-traffic na ang mga sasakyan. Huminto na. Kasi hindi mo naman mahabol ang sasakyan habang tumatakbo para measure mo yung pagitan nila dalawa. Kahit tignan nyo sa libro, sabi niya doon, mame-measure nyo lang. I mean, mame-measure lang siya pag nag-traffic jam na siya. Alam niyo yung ibig sabihin ng traffic jam? Kung nag-stop na lahat ng sasakyan dahil hindi na gumagalaw. Okay? So yan, kung hindi na sila gumagalaw, pagsamantalahan mo na. Punta ka na doon at i-measure mo na ang pagitan nila. Or pwede mong i-picture, aerial view. Depende sa anong klaseng method ang nasa sayo. It's your own strategy. Kung paano mo i-measure, pwedeng picturean mo basta alam mo ang length ng mga sasakyan or length ng highway, and then ikaw na bahala mag-manipulate paano mo makuha yung bumper-to-bumper length. You know, we are already high-tech today, and we can actually measure that through just using cameras or using some tools there. Apps, mobile apps, yes. So, for example, ang pagitan ng first two na sasakyan, let's say 3 meters. So, ito ay meters. Tapos, yung pagitan ng second na sumusunod is 4. Tapos, naging 5. Tapos, bumalik ng 4. Tapos, bumalik ng 5. Tapos, tapos tumaas, naging 6. Let's say, for example, ganito. Ito, bumper to bumper to, So, yung total nila, 27. So, alam na natin kung paano kunin yung K. Remember that the K formula is what? Oh my gosh. The K formula is N over L. The typical unit for that is number of vehicles over the length of the roadway under consideration. So, we know that our N is the number of vehicle. Obviously, the number of vehicle is 6. And then the total roadway length is what? 27 meters. And so that means that our K, traffic density, is N over L. Ta-da! And you know that the unit is meter, vehicle per meter. And likewise, a while ago, we can actually use the average because there is a summation of spacing between bumpers to bumpers. Oh, yes. So we can actually use this K to cease to believe for you guys who have eyes, who have eyes that are designed to see only, to believe only when they see. So 1 over the average. Okay, remember likewise what we did a while ago? 1 over the average is equals to the traffic density. Did you see that? Did you see that, guys? This is too easy actually. So if we go back to where we came from, our next topic is the relationship between traffic flow, traffic density, and speed. Okay, so we are going to relate the three accordingly. And then you see that the relationship is Q equals U times K. Tada! Ganun lang. So yung Q is yung traffic flow. U is yung space means speed. Forget time means speed, guys. For this relationship, we only use the space means speed for U, okay? And for K, that's the traffic density. You know the space means speed, guys? That's the preliminary topic for this topic. It's a prerequisite. The space means speed is the average speed of the vehicles passing a roadway length. Okay, a roadway length, because from word is space, guys. Okay, comparing to the timing speed, that's the average of spot speeds. You know what spot speed is? Speed na nakasulat sa sasakyan ng yung makina ng sasakyan mo sa harap. Makikita mo yun per point yun. Pati motor kung nag gear 3 ka, gear 1, gear 2, gear 3, yung nakatutok na araw sa motor mo, yun yung speed mo. Spot speed yun. Pero pag alam mo na, speed base sa length ng roadway, edi kailangan mong daanan mo muna yung length na yan, let's say 1 kilometer, saka mo i-measure kung gaano mo kabilis nalagpasan yung 1 kilometer. That's all. Okay, so example guys. Hindi ko pala nasulat dito yung example. Kailangan pala ng example guys. Okay guys, just copy that. How's that? My gosh. Okay, let me just paste it here because I love dark. Okay, I prefer dark guys. Format background. Okay guys, I love the darkness now, so we will use this example. So this is an example. How can we solve this guys? Okay, we of course the first step to solve this problem is to read it carefully. So vehicle time headways, did you see that term headways? Okay, it's familiar. And the spacings, okay, that's also familiar, were measured at a point along a highway, okay, from a single lane over the course of an hour. Okay, the average values were calculated as 2.5 seconds per vehicle. This is the for headway. Okay, so this is the time headway, the average 2.5 seconds per vehicle. Okay, and 200 feet per vehicle. 200 feet. This is the space between bumper to bumper, 200 feet per vehicle. Okay, that's also 61 meter per vehicle down. So for spacing, calculate the average speed of the traffic. Oh gosh, how's that? How's this guys? Anyway, we know that the relationship to the tree is Q is equals to UK and our speed is U, right? So we must put it like this way, Q over K. Okay guys, just give a space. Okay, so how do we solve that U? Alright, we must know what is Q. What is Q guys? The average of Q is the average of Q is, how's that? As you can see, I already told you a while ago that Q is equals to 1 over average headway, right? Average headway. So 2.5. How about for the K? But we need to write the units first. The unit for that is, since it is in terms of vehicle and seconds, that is vehicle per second. And our K is equals to, of course, because we just read the word average, that is 1 over the average 200 feet per vehicle. Oh gosh, did you see that? Feet, right? Oh my gosh, it's feet. So that is the unit for K. Density is number of vehicle per feet, because it's term of feet guys. Okay, so ano nang gagawin natin? I-divide na natin yan, okay? Paano natin divide? Emulator? Sige, emulator na lang. Yan. So, our Q, Q is 1 over 2.5. And then K is 1 over 200. Enter. 80 daw. Yep. Yes, it is 80. And so our U is 80 in terms of vehicle, no, feet per second. Do you want us to convert that into miles? How can we convert that into miles, guys? How? I don't know, to convert it through Casio. Let me just convert it through internet. Oops. Feet to miles. Oh, so what is our answer? "80 feet per second," okay? That means 80 feet, okay? Yes. So that is 0.01515. Yes, 1515, yes. Miles per second. And because we need to multiply it by 3600 to get the conversion for miles per hour. Yan, multiply ko na sa 3600 kasi kailangan ko yan for conversion into hours. Ito na po yung nakuha natin na sigyot. 54.4 pala miles per hour. Of course, ini-intentionally ko talaga kino-convert kasi alam ko na yung sagot. Kung tingnan natin dito, alam kung nagkamali pa ako dito. Ay, kinabahan ako dun. Ayan o. So, 54.5. Okay, that's how simple is this, guys. My only problem is that this book has only one example. Anyway, so that's all, guys. See you next time.